Greetings, Battle Brothers. It's me, Aurelia, Tempris, Defender of the Golden Throne and Servant of Humanity. 40K, baby! For those of you unaware, I just hit 40,000 subscribers on YouTube. That is the funny number, the special number. So I had to share that, all you guys, because that's quite the milestone, and I am very grateful. Let me press buttons. There we go. Yeah! I'm very excited. Very, very excited. Oh, hang on. Let me do a quick thing. Thank you for the congratulations. Hang on. I'm going to add something really fast. Oh, no, that's not what I wanted. I wanted this. Yes. 1 second. There. Fixed. Fixed it. Congrats. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Very excited, very excited. Thank you all for sticking around, hanging out with me, and thinking I'm at least a little interesting. So I appreciate that, because I couldn't do it without all of you. Pretty much. It's how it goes. Cursed ad is blocking the glorious boss. I'm sorry. I put the ads on like the smallest they can go. Not the smallest, the less. Words are hard. Words are hard. I almost overslept. I attempted to take a little nap before stream and I almost overslept. I woke up 3 minutes before stream and I was like, oh no. I had everything ready to go. So it wasn't a big deal. Oh, Chaos Incarnate, thank you for... Oh, that's so sweet. Your videos are super entertaining, and I'm so glad I finally got to catch a stream. Welcome in. We are going to be chilling today, working on tanks, because I did not expect us to hit 40K today. I was not expecting that. 1 second. There we go. I had to fix the category. Yo, there... Yeah, I'm building a Warhammer Leman Russ. And Blad Up, thank you so much for subscribing on the YouTube side. We're becoming a member, actually. Yes, and then 10K on Twitch. So we are, and by we I mean me, I will be putting together some sort of celebration because we have to celebrate 40K. We got it. We have to. And I was going to lump that in with 10K Twitch. So don't know what that's going to be yet. I have no idea. Honestly, this snuck up on me. Like, I think it was like last week we hit 30K. So the fact that we like got to this point so fast, was not prepared. Yes. So Dork Souls, I love that name. That's great. First time watching any of your streams. I found your videos on TikTok and thought I should try and catch a stream. Well, hello, welcome in. We are doing just general Warhammer stuff. We are working on my Leman Russ tank. But I'm glad you enjoyed the videos on TikTok. TikTok. Blah, 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 blah. Can you tell I woke up from a nap just now? But yeah, this is what we're up to. Hello, first time catching a stream. We got a lot of first time people. Welcome in, guys. We're just hanging out and talking. Feel free to ask a bunch of like Warhammer questions. I'm here because I like talking Warhammer, and I decided to do it for fun because it's great. I love the universe. Finally caught a painting stream. Yes. Like everyone's in here today and having a good time. Currently working on a Chaos Space Marine army. Ooh, called the True Sons. Oh, hang on. I want to read this. The True Sons, a Chaos warband that left the Black Legion and continued the original Sons of Horus legacy. Oh, who do they rally around? Like, who do they rally behind? Because obviously Horus isn't around, and there's a, that clone got taken care of, so, there's that. I just watched your life, never gave us lemon short, and decided I should come check you out on Twitch. Dude, I love that video. I felt bad because I've seen that video so much. I watched it a bunch. I didn't have anything to say, because it's just, that video is absolute perfection. It is perfection. And I felt like if I said too many words while it was going, people are going to be mad that I interrupted them. He'd be like, stop, shush, stop talking. This video's way too good, and it is. It is. So I'm glad that video is fantastic. I don't remember the name of the creator, but please go follow him because the animation is fantastic. It's just so funny. What's the mug this plate is sitting on? Oh, it's my paint water. It's like a really tiny espresso cup. It's so I don't like mix up my my paint water and accidentally drink from it. Oh, saw the same one today. Then the sanguineous speech reaction. I cannot talk today, guys. I need to recover from my nap that was a little too long. I'm glad you like the sanguineous speech. That one was from the heart. That one was from the heart. I cried like a baby. It's a little embarrassing, but it's okay. It's okay. We're gonna be fine. Which of the favorite Warhammer video games is your favorite? Oh, I have a soft spot for Bolt Gun because that was like one of the first ones I played. And I'm looking forward to the second one coming out, which is, I hope we get more information on Warhammer Skulls, which is Thursday. I believe my plan is to watch that live. I think that's at 9 a.m. Pacific time. That sounds right. Yes, I have played Dawn of War. I played the first one and then all the extras. I need to play Dawn of War 2, and I'm looking forward to Dawn of War 4. Darktide needs more love? Bro, I'm not a video gamer. I'm not a video gamer. Let me put my Halo on. Hang on. Halo. Hello? One moment. Why are things broken? Why isn't that working? Weird. Could Sanguinius lift Mjolnir? Oh, absolutely. Totally could. Totally could. That's easy. That's super easy. Oh. That's why. That's why. Fixed it. There you go. Legit, who do you think could not lift Mjolnir? I probably couldn't. There's a lot of people that couldn't. I couldn't do it. Okay. Let's see. I'm gonna set this down. We're gonna work on my Tempris Auxilia tank. Isn't he fabulous? Isn't he fabulous? We've got a lot more to do. Let me pull out my paint. I think I stuck with the Vallejo. Yeah, that's right. That's right. Those are some capital G gamer hands. Yeah. These capital G gamer hands needs lotion. There you go. They're a bit dry. They're a bit dry. But yes, what is everybody working on today? Because, you know, if you're watching the stream, that means you might have some time on your hands. Maybe. Maybe. So, are you painting anything, building anything? Waiting for a clip? Yeah. Makes sense. Makes sense. Doing Trench Crusade? Okay, okay. A cat followed me home last night, so now I have a cat. Oh my gosh, the cat distribution system chose you. Oh my goodness, congratulations. Post your cat in the Discord, please. I will look at the cat later. Painting new Iron Warriors Combat Patrol. Ooh. Got an Iron Warrior fan. We got several Iron Warrior fans in here. For very first model, some Necron death marks. Also a good choice. kind of want to paint Necrons. I think they're cool, but I would inevitably paint them like some form of gold. Red Corsair Raiders. Okay, okay. Let's see. Nemesis Warbringer. Taking too much to sand. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I don't really sand any of my minis. I despise the cat distribution system. It has constantly overlooked me. You have to be the kind of individual a cat would want to be around. You still have work to do, unfortunately. I'm very sorry to tell you this. I have also been overlooked by the cat distribution system. Kind of. It's not entirely true. There was one time I saw a cat, like a small, it was like, probably like a juvenile, black cat that was on like the back wall, and I like tried to convince it to like come over to me, but I couldn't, and it jumped off on the other side of the wall into like someone else's yard. So I was sad because like the cat distribution system, am I getting chosen? And I was not chosen. I was a little sad, but it's okay. It's okay.
It is the Bane Blade!
Oh, she had a microchip that didn't come up in any registry? Oh. Sounds like the microchip didn't work. That's weird. I wouldn't have expected that. Huh. That's bizarre. Well, I guess you have a cat now, and it's your cat for sure, because, well, it was someone's cat, but obviously they don't know who the owner is. Okay. Okay. We are getting all of this together. We're gonna do a little bit of watering down here. Because we have got a bit of work to do. One of the pet registries shut down about a year ago. If any pet chip was only registered there, finding the identity is now impossible. Oh! How do you know that? That's like some really obscure information. How do you know that? I'm like kind of impressed. That's like... It was a microchip. Oh no. Well, that's a shame because that means someone lost their cat and they're probably not getting their cat back. It's like, what are you gonna do? Unless someone posts a poster in your area and it's like, oh, here's I'm looking for my cat. Like, how are you gonna find your cat? I don't think you will. Hang on, I'm pulling up my reference photo. I have the reference photo in the bottom corner, but I need it up on my end. Where is it? Nope, it's down here. What am I looking for? There. Okay. Pulling this over. Cool. All right. Getting all this. We got to make it look accurate. Someone said I have 10 cats. I can gift you a couple. How do you get so many cats? Oh, that's sad that people leave their cats when they move out of their apartments. I hate that. That's terrible. Don't do that. If you get an animal, you need to make sure you can take care of it. Don't rush into things. The cat distribution system loves me a little too much. You are worthy in their eyes. Okay. We are going to... Which one? I think I'll use this brush, actually. Yeah, don't abandon your animals. I'll fight you. No, I won't. I'll be very disappointed in you. Which I hope you find to be worse. Hope you're like, man, Aurelia is disappointed in me. I gotta do better. I need to do better. We need more black. I watered it down too much. There we are. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Maybe I won't lead a crusade against you and your bloodline, because just because you did something bad doesn't mean your kids need to suffer for that, you know. Just saying. I won't hunt down your entire bloodline. That's a bit much. Yeah, that's better. Let me get... I think, I'm torn here because it looks like on this reference that I have that part of it is like tan on the side, but I think I'm just gonna make it black just to make my life a little bit easier. Like this whole bottom piece I think will be black. No way, is that famous VTuber, notable wife of Sanguinius, Aurelia Tempris, live on my YouTube feed? Yes, that's me. Hello, hi. I wouldn't say I'm famous, but I am Sanguinius' wife, so maybe that does make me famous. Perhaps it does. Perhaps it does. Well, actually, let's talk about someone who's actually famous. Who here saw the Henry Cavill post on Twitter or X, whatever you like to call it? Did any of you guys see that? The wholesome Henry Cavill post? Cause that was cute. That was pretty. That was pretty cute. I shut down my Twitter account. Well, I'll explain in a second. We'll see who saw it. He looks so happy. I know. So for those of you who didn't see it, I guess I'll just go ahead and explain it. Henry Cavill right now is apparently in Poland filming a movie. So from what I heard, there was someone from a local game store in the area that went over to the set because the set was like outside, so they were filming somewhere where it was like public information, and he gifted him a box of Custodes, and Henry Cavill's face was just absolutely precious. Like, he was so excited to like get the Custodes like as a gift, which I was like, wow, that is just so... His face was priceless. That's all I have to say. I didn't see if it was the new box. I thought it was the old one for some reason. I think I saw two different boxes. Hang on, let me pull up my Twitter. I retweeted it. One second. Yeah, it might be, it does look like the new box. I wasn't paying close attention. Wait. Save image. Save. One second. Here, I'll pull it up here for you guys. Let's see. Let's do... Whoa! Big picture. Sorry. I hate that OBS will automatically show a picture when you put a new image in. Let's see, here we are. Here we are. Just... Okay, there. Look at that. One question, would you... Why would I do that? No, Sanguinius should never come back. Sorry, no. That's weird. No, I would never do that to a family of 4. No, but it's so wholesome though. Look at that. Like, look how pure of heart. Like, think about it. Someone said it this way. This man has enough money to buy like a truckload of minis. But like, when someone gifts him that, like, look at how like pure and happy he is. He's like, oh my gosh, it's for me? Like, that is so sweet. I love that. So, yeah, and apparently I think they had a ultramarine helmet that they're like, hey, can you sign this for us? And yeah, he signed it. That's what I saw on the internet. It was so sweet. Like, what a cool guy. Just very chill. Love to meet him one day. Aurelia, in your lore, does Sanguinius ever learn your origins? I don't think so. I don't think so. Unless he asked, like, his dad directly, but I don't think it makes sense for him to really find out. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm looking forward to the TV show. I'm curious to see A, what it'll be, and I'm also just kind of wondering how it's just going to turn out in general. Because I hope it's going to be good. I don't want it to flop. I think sometimes people kind of have like a negative opinion of things where it's like, oh, well, some people don't want it to do well. I'm like, I do want it to succeed. I just want it to kind of stay true to, I want it to stay true to the lore. That's kind of like my big thing. That's my preference. Mm-hmm. So, let's see. Yeah, no, I think that's fair to be concerned because Amazon's track record, goodness, has been okay. I can understand the hesitation. I can absolutely understand that hesitation and concern. I have similar concerns. Mm-hmm. There's a little tiny lip on this, so I have to like really get my fine brush and get this tiny edge here. That sweet edge. You guys can't even see me get it. It's so small. Now I gotta get the top edges. I've not been informed of your lore. Can you explain it? Well, it makes more sense if you watch it. Mods, pin the lore video, please. Thank you. Yes, edging is very difficult. I apologize. I could explain the lore, but like, it has more of an impact when you watch it. Trust me. It makes like, no, not an Eldar. I'm an abhuman. Abhuman. Don't listen to my regulars who are saying things about me being an elf. They're lying. I'm an abhuman. I just have pointed ears. Okay? The audacity. We have guests. We have guests. Yeah, GW doesn't mess around with the IP. I'm just hoping they stay true and don't, you know, cave too much. Because they don't have a lot of, I don't imagine they have a lot of pushback against Amazon, because Amazon's just like a massive company. The lore video makes your denials all the more entertaining, doesn't it? Doesn't it? And on top of that, like, I mean, first off, who are you to defy the Emperor? Do you think you know better than the Emperor? Clearly, I'm an abhuman. So if you say otherwise, you presume to know better than the Emperor, which I feel like is heresy. There is talk about Isha potentially being freed. That would require a lot of effort in order to do so. I imagine it is possible, but it would have to be like a pretty wild situation in order for that to happen. Hopefully I only have to get this little edge once and then I can just call it good. It'll be enough where I don't have to keep going over it in black. It's an... Okay, fine. Those ears, what about them? What about my ears? Say it to my face. Hmm. Okay. Boom. Hello, hello. Welcome in, Dee Dee. There should be no stealing Nurgle's bride? No! Steal her. Take her. Because she's clearly, like... I don't know. This is definitely a Beauty and the Beast situation, but it's not the fun one. It's not very fun. I just now realized you're painting with a glossy black, the light reflected off it. It is kind of glossy, yeah. I didn't think about that. I just grabbed the black. It didn't say it was glossy or not. Oh well. Yeah, no, it is glossy, you're right. PVFD, thank you so much for the 5 gift subs. If you just got a gift sub, thank you. Like, make sure you thank him. You thank them. How goes the painting? It is going very well. We are doing more coats of paint on this Leman Russ. Yeah, we'll do a matte varnish afterwards. That'll probably fix this problem. Or I guess what I could do is if I stopped, I do have a matte black that I could paint over the whole thing. I just don't know how to... You guys mentioned this last time. Vallejo, can you use other paints with it, or is it gonna get cranky? Where is Russ? I don't know. It's good with other paints? Okay, then maybe I will... Man, that's a shame. I just put all this out here. Then I can use my other black, and then we'll just go over it in that. Because I was wondering why it was like... I was doing layers, but I felt like... I was like, dude, I feel like it's taking me forever. Yeah, we'll wait and we'll do the other side. Yep. It was my side. Did it go back? Thank you, OBS, for disconnecting for no reason. Sorry, guys, I don't know what happened. My bitrate is freaking out. Games Workshop heard she was using Vallejo and took her out. Sorry, guys, I don't know what happened there. And I turned off stream disconnect protection on Twitch for some reason. No, I don't know what happened. That's weird. Man, that hasn't happened in such a long time. Blame the warp. Yeah, that's the Chaos Gods. Definitely the Chaos Gods. That's too thick. There we go. Yeah, this has much more coverage than the other one. The other one was not doing it for me. There we are. And Once Your Gamer, thank you for the 22 months of support, and DD for subscribing with Prime. Thank you. Sorry, guys. They did not like me suggesting that we should free Isha. Yeah. Chaos God's not a fan of that. Not a fan. That's so interesting that these paints are from the same kit, but they didn't indicate to me, at least it didn't show on my end, that the black was actually kind of shiny, had a shiny finish. While this beige that I have been working with dries matte. Yeah, Chaos Gods, they're getting me. They're getting me. Oh. Oh yeah, that's already much better. That's already drying pretty matte. That's really good. What is your favorite Space Marine chapter other than the Blood Angels? I like the Black Templars. I like them. They're pretty cool. I like how they're a little memey. I know they're a little memey, but I still really like them. A lot of people give them a bit of grief, but they're my next favorite. I don't have too many that I'm like, oh man, this is my absolute favorite because of this. It's Blood Angels. I like the Flesh Terrors. But yeah, I keep it pretty simple. I'm a bit basic, but that is a-okay. Here, we're gonna do this. There we go. I saw such perfection was hidden from me. I know you don't see Warhammer VTubers very often, and I would call myself a huge fan because I decided to become a streamer just so I could talk about Warhammer and just nerd out with a bunch of people. And here we are. We're getting this Leman Russ done. This is so much better. I was wondering why it was taking me forever. For the Great Angel? Yes. Yes. Speaking of the Great Angel. Whoop, whoop. I should just keep all my Sanguinius memorabilia like right here on my desk so I can just show it off whenever I'm like, look at this, look at this, look at this, look at this. Always like the blood fists. I don't know enough about that one. Talon Cadia? Yes, in a way. This is a tank from my special regiment that my community came up with called the Tempris Auxilia. Basically, in the lore, it's basically a mini guard army that is pulled from several different like guard regiments and like planets, and they have a lot of Talon tank units. So yes. Yes and no at the same time. So my community came up with it, and we have more information if you want to know about it in the Discord. So that's kind of that's basically what our community is. Everyone is part of the Tempris Auxilia, and your lore can be whatever you want. You can be from whatever planet, since we recruit from a variety of worlds. And I honestly think it's pretty clever. I wish I came up with it, but they're smarter than me, and they came up with it themselves. this bad boy. Forgive me, there's moments where I'm like locking in. I'm like, okay, get this little angle, get the brush stroke right. I want to do right by my community and get this tank looking as beautiful as possible. But it's a tank, it's already gonna look stunning. You came up with the Radiant Suns? Okay, all that I did... Oh no, shoot, my finger. Where's my... Okay. Where did I put my... Okay, I guess makeup wipe is here. I came up with the name The Radiant Suns, but like... I didn't like develop any of the lore for that. So are you recruiting for Custodies or Blood Angels? I mean, I do have like my own like custom chapter, but again, my community has decided they want to make the lore for it, and that's fine. I just came up with the name. I'm gonna hold that there, and then we're gonna set this down so I don't keep getting paint where it's not supposed to be, because that's a problem. All right, you're going there. Oh yeah, that's so much better. Yeah, we're gonna add some more black up here, I think, but I'll do that here in a little bit. Hello, Chip Mercury, welcome in. I am doing well, Christian. I am doing very well. I get to work on my Leman Russ, and it's a chill day. We just hit 40,000 subscribers on YouTube, which is the awesome Warhammer number. So I'm feeling pretty good. I'm feeling pretty good. Feeling pretty good. Yeah, I wasn't expecting to see that today, but very, very happy. It was a welcome surprise this morning. Hello, welcome in, Better Games. It is good to see you. Okay. Well, so guys, we need some ideas. Since, you know, we've hit the awesome 40K, what should we do as like a celebration? We're gonna combine hitting 10,000 on Twitch with 40K on YouTube. So what do you guys want to do? What do you want to see? Is there anything in particular you guys want to do? I'm debating if this is a multi-day event, so multiple streams, or if we stick with doing one longer stream, because I usually stick to shorter streams because I'm a busy individual. Paint 40,000 minis. Ah, that's a lot. That's a lot. 40,000 streams. No. Wait, can we do that thing where like my my OBS disconnects and that counts as one stream? I'm really new to model making and painting. Any pointers or tips? Everyone's gonna say thin your paints. Washes are really helpful to get like those really fine details. And don't be afraid to fail. Your first mini is not going to be great, but you will get better over time. So don't take yourself like too seriously when you're doing it. It won't be perfect, and that's okay. New here, so let me know if it's been done. Paint a model of yourself. Yes, I actually have. There is an Aurelia miniature that I had made. So I have painted that. I did that shortly after I debuted this new model. That's a good, that would have been a good suggestion if I hadn't done it already. Okay. Let me look. Oh, and Shifter, thank you so much for the gift sub. Let's see, what else? You guys are just recommending do something but 40,000 times. 40,000 minutes is 27.8 days. If you use 1 minute per mini and 12 hours a day to do it, it could take you about 2 months. Oh gosh. Oh no. Paint a representative mini of each of the Blood Angel successors. 40,000 dice, dude. Like, I'll never be off the internet. A video where you congratulate all 40,000 followers for being conscripted. Congratulations. You've been drafted. Have they really been drafted if they volunteered? Oh, actually, guys, I have a very... Okay, we're changing the subject really fast because I'm going to forget about this. So I have a question to pose to all of you. So I had a dream. It doesn't matter when the dream was. But I had a dream, and at one point during the dream, I was like... I saw this video, and I looked at the video, and I was like, dude, this video is like AI, what the heck? So I had this AI video in my dream. Now the question is, was the video actually AI? Or is it not AI because I was dreaming and my brain came up with it? It's a dumb question, but I just had to ask because I thought it was funny. I was like, an AI video in my dream. How does this work? Paint a sanguineous model. I do have a sanguineous model. He has been painted, but I actually do have a, I do have like the official sanguineous model. Dream GPT added again. I mean, kind of. Dreams are kind of like AI in the way that they kind of morph and they're like super weird. Handmade AI. I say not AI. Everyone says AI now, and it's annoying. Well, I wouldn't say everything is AI. Anyways. Paint the official sanguineous. Okay. We do have that one, so... You guys dream? Oh yeah, I dream every day. Even sometimes, depending on if the nap is long enough, I will also have dreams when I nap. Okay. I have vivid, crazy 40k dreams. Oh, that does not sound very fun. I've had the occasional 40k dream. I won't tell you guys. I think I already did tell you guys about the one dream I had. I won't say it again because you guys are like, what the heck? Don't ever tell us that again. I was surprised too when I had that dream. I dream one day I'll finish my gray pile of plastic. Dude, me too, man. I'm making an effort right now to work on that. Because I got this as a gift from a friend, and I'm like, well, I should paint it. I need to finish it, because they're going to ask me about it. So, here we are. We're working on it. Paint one miniature of your favorite Chaos faction or alien race. I do have a Farseer miniature. Maybe I should paint that. Dude, there's a lot of minis I need to paint. Oh gosh, it's so bad. Well, I play Mechanicus too. Well, I didn't play the first Mechanicus, so I'm gonna have to investigate that further, because I haven't, so since I haven't played it, I really don't know how the game goes. It's okay. It's fine. It's okay. Mama's here. You're fine. At least I dropped it when it didn't have, like, anything else on it. That would suck if stuff broke. I hope they make an Eldar game someday. Wouldn't it be kind of like OP? Because then a Farseer is just gonna walk in and say, oh, you need to do this. And then you just know you're gonna win, so it doesn't matter. I guess sometimes the Eldar do lose, so, you know, perhaps it's not that simple. Let's see. But who is excited for Warhammer Skulls on Thursday? I think I need to double check a couple things, but I think I'm gonna watch it with my friend Froggy. And then we're gonna hang out afterwards. Because I want to know some dates for when they're releasing some of these games. Like, I've been like, man, when are they releasing? I just want to know. The Seer might direct you to victory, just not yours. Imagine the third act betrayal. Well, if you're an Eldar, the Seer probably wouldn't. Unless it was a situation where one Eldar died to save a craft world. I would say under normal circumstances, Eldar are very hesitant to sacrifice their own. But if you're playing as like a regular human with an Eldar, yeah, the Eldar don't care. They do not care about you. Yeah, what's the line? It's like, humans will sacrifice 1,000,000 of their own kind to kill one Eldar. The Eldar will sacrifice 1,000,000 humans to save one of their own. It's like, it's wild. Yeah, there you go. Eldar would sacrifice an entire human world to save one of their own. Yep, yep. Good morning. Yes, the humble Leman Russ. I am a little bitter that they made the Dorn tank instead of Macaria's heavy tank. Well, it is what it is. Thank you for the super chat, Valletta Petra. I think that's how you say it. Finally got you live. Had to stay awake till 2 a.m. just to say hi, but that's fine. Oh my gosh, Black Pestilence Doctor. Please get some rest. The VODs will always exist. Yikes. Yeah, normally on Saturdays I stream in the morning, but I had some other things that I had to do today. So, you know, in the future, you won't have to stay up so late if you decide to catch a stream on a Saturday, but this day is a little different, so I'm sorry for that. Please get some rest though, like, but I guess it is the weekend. What paints am I using? I was using Vallejo, but this black paint ended up being like really shiny, so I am using basic black acrylic paint. Nothing fancy. Nothing fancy. It was just because this black paint was like ended up being shiny, which I don't want for a tank. The last thing you really want for a tank is it to be shiny, but I am also putting gold on this, like a brassy gold on this later, so it was gonna be shiny anyway. Erebus and Magnus did nothing wrong. You're trying to rage bait me. It's not gonna work. It's not gonna work. And no, I was not talking about Rogue Trader. I did start playing Rogue Trader when I initially was like, when I first started streaming, but it was a lot of like reading that I was gonna have to do, and you kind of have to make some important decisions when you're playing that game. So it was either like I was going to be ignoring chat, or like the gameplay was just gonna take 50 million years. Oh, Will is Better Games, thank you so much for subscribing. I appreciate it. So I am looking forward to Dark Heresy because I've heard they have more voice acting, which will be amazing. Then I'll be able to play it on stream, and it'll be a lot simpler. And I would finish Rogue Trader, I just don't have the free time anymore. I don't have the same amount of free time that I did, like, a couple years ago. I am, how do you say, good at my job? So, that makes it hard for me to, you know, get free time. The unfortunate, circumstance of corporate. You're busy painting your Sigmar Storm Wars? Okay, fine. You know, I just feel like I should advocate for getting good sleep because I don't, so, you know, do as I say, not as I do. My mods practically beg me to get sleep. But do I listen to them? No. No, no, no. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Yeah, so I'm looking forward to Dark Heresy. Like, that's the thing. I was like, when are all these games coming out? Because that'll determine what I'm playing in the upcoming months. Also want to know who our romance options are going to be. Because looking at the NPCs who are available, in Rogue Trader, I probably would have gone for the Inquisitor, I won't lie. Probably would have gone for the Inquisitor. He's kind of attractive. But that's only because there's no Sanguinius option. So... the... Crude romance, no. She'll eat you, but not in a good way. Mm-mm. It's not gonna be in a good way. I'm looking forward to Total War Warhammer 40k. I think it's gonna be good. I think it'll take a bit for it to get really good. But I think it's gonna be awesome. I'm pretty excited. Dark Heresy has Ogryn romance. Oh, interesting. Interesting. Back here. 1 second, guys. Yeah, this is so much better. Yeah, before it was like, yeah, see, this is what it used to look like. Much, much better. I'm hyped for Dawn of War 4. Me too, man. I played Dawn of War 1. I should probably play Dawn of War 2 sometime soon. So, you know, I can at least have that under my belt as well. But I need to finish Ultra Kill. Need to finish Ultra Kill, and I still need to troubleshoot what's going on with my OBS. I have not fixed it. I had some scuff last week, and it was not good. It did not. I have not touched it. I have not gone to fix it. I'm gonna have to unplug everything and figure out what went wrong. That's why there's no games on the schedule. Like, did not have time to take a look at that. Okay. Tau Fire Warrior stream when? I do want to play that game. We'll see. We'll see when, Joey. Thank you, Ultron Hydra. I appreciate it. Thank you. It's coming along quite nicely. This is my first... Well, I've painted my Bane Blade. But this is like the first like guard tank I've done. And now you're gonna tell me, you're like, Aurelia, you're dumb. Bane Blades are a guard tank. But for those of you who aren't familiar, I have a Bane Blade that I have done in marble and gold. Because it is a stealth Bane Blade for the Imperial Palace. So it's not like a standard camo color scheme. It was my first time doing like actual camouflage. Yeah, it was intended to be marble, but it accidentally became jade because of a gloss I used. If there's enough people who haven't seen it, I'll pull it out. We've had a lot of newer people coming in, so, you know, it makes sense for me to bring it up, bring it out if people haven't seen it, but I don't want to bring it out every time I stream. I paint Thousand Suns, so I don't paint tanks really. It's fun to see one. I normally stick with my Custodes, my banana boys. But this time around, I was like, I should paint this. You know, try something new. Thousand Suns need a tank. I don't know if you'll convince him, guys. Don't know if you'll convince him to paint that tank. Do you listen to the Adeptus Ridiculous Bricky's podcast talking about Warhammer 40k lore? So, funny enough, even though I am a Warhammer fan, I don't really consume a lot of Warhammer content beyond the novels. Because if I'm going to watch something, I generally want to watch it with the community, rather than by myself. I have obviously heard of it. I just don't consume like other people's videos kind of outside of a stream setting. Don't Custodes have hover tank models? Yes, but they are inferior because I like tanks with treads. It's a matter of personal preference. And I like the treads more than I like the grav tanks. Sorry, you guys can't see that. You guys can't see me painting, which is what you're here for. You might want to react to if the Emperor has a text-to-speech device someday. I already have. It was a while ago. It was like when I was streaming back in 2024. That was like one of the first things I watched, because people were like, watch this, you have to watch it. And I was like, oh, okay. So I watched it. Very, very good. Wish they could have continued the series, but I understand. I understand it just couldn't happen. And that's okay. Makes me sad, but it was a solid series. Oh. Sorry, it's a little messy, but I'm just getting these little areas. So pardon my silence. Lock in, lock in. There you go. Nice Primark you have there? Yes. Yes, this is definitely a Primark here. Definitely. What color should we do the tank treads? Because what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a base color and then I'll dry brush probably a lighter one on. So should we do black and then do like a gray, like a dark gray for the treads? Because let me pull up the picture here. It's like, looks like it's black. Gray then black? As in gray as the base and then black for the dry brush? Is that what you're saying? I want to make sure I understand. Okay, so gray for the base, black for the dry brush. Should make bronze tracks? I don't know. I don't know about that. Move this down. I can see this better. Gray tracks are really nice in general if you have Vallejo Panzer Gray. Oh. I have Stonewall Gray. I don't have Panzer Gray. I don't want to do any, like, serious weathering. This is supposed to be, like, a nice, fresh tank right off the line. What did I do? Didn't do anything. Gray tracks? Oh. Okay, so Chroma, you're saying... So Chroma is the artist who drew this tank in the corner. Chroma, are you saying gray with black on top, or... Gray base or black base? That's the question. Sorry, we'll get the... We will get the artist's opinion. Oh, I guess I didn't mean to paint that. That's gonna be bronze, like... Yeah, they wanted, like, the bronze color, but I was like, that doesn't make sense. I don't like that as much. So I'm with you, since, you know, tank treads would be really brittle if they were made of that. Here we are. So I'm wondering for this, how many, like... you guys can kind of see it there, but how many layers of this matte black paint I do? Because it covers everything, but you can still see, like, all the brush strokes. So I'd like your guys' opinion on this. Do I do another coat of the black, or do I just leave it be at this point? Black base, highlight with gray, and everything. Well, I don't have German gray. I just have Stonewall gray. That's what I have. I have other grays. I can always darken it up. Another coat, just have it extra thin. Okay. We can do that. Do some touch-ups on the areas that I missed. And then we'll go back over with the beige. But we'll leave that here while I do this. There we go. Leave it, you'd have to thin it to where it didn't color well because of how thin the pigmentation is. Okay, okay. Let's get a bunch of people's thoughts in here. Should I do a thin coat to try to get rid of the brush pattern? Okay, so should I do another coat where it's thinned down so the paint dries more levelly? Put the camera closer so we can see. Yeah, it's unfortunately this camera's not really good for like looking at minis. You can kind of see there when I tilt it in the light, you can see how it's uneven. But this camera's not particularly good at showing details on minis. Because I can thin it out. Okay, so thinner than what I have here. Because I did need it thicker so it could finally, like, cover this shiny part, because it was just not doing me any favors here. Go. Yeah, the thin coat's just to kill the shiny bits, yes. 2 thin coats is the law. Whoa. I am not following the law then. I'm not following the law. Alright, thanks for the tips. We'll do another thin coat, so we'll let this sit. And we'll go from there. We're gonna clean these up, and then we'll do... Yeah, I'm no mini painting expert. That's why I like to get the opinions from the people who have probably been painting longer than me, or at least more into it than I am, because I enjoy it, but I am no expert by any means. By no means. Let's see. Go. You guys can still do that good. I was like, I always forget where my hands are when I'm doing painting streams because I want to be looking directly at the miniatures. Mountain Dew Slayer, thank you so much for the 5 gift subs. I appreciate it, man. Thank you. If you got a gift sub, please say thank you. Thin coats after this. I don't paint as I don't have several grand to spend on plastic crack. Well, you don't need to spend several grand. You can just get 1 box. I'm not saying it's cheap by any means, but you do not have to spend a lot of money. You can just paint a couple minis. Like, the minis I have, like, probably not gonna play with them. Like, in, like, a game. You don't need to drop a ton of money. It'd be kind of silly if you, like, weren't gonna play. You can get a Bane Blade, that's not several grand. That's true. I do already have a Bane Blade, though. The Bane Blade is peak. I put too much paint on this palette, but it's fine. Let's see if that's thin enough. I don't know if that is. We will see. We'll test it with this. See that little patch there? We have a little test going on here that we'll come back to in a second once it dries. What is a Baneblade? A super heavy tank. Big boy tank. So here, I will grab the Baneblade. 1 second. Okay, so you see this guy right here? He's like a regular sized tank. Okay? Now prepare yourself. That is a regular sized tank. And this is a Baneblade.
Baneblade!
Do you understand now? Big boy. Yeah, Baneblades are absolutely massive. Yes, the biggest boy. Yeah, I know, right? He needs to be bigger. So yeah, this is my Baneblade. This is the marble one. So unfortunately the gloss I put on it turned my marble green, so it is now the Jade Blade. Fair enough. I can respect people's different opinions on their tank preferences. I don't judge. I love Baneblade. Big boy needs more guns. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. We got a lot of guns on this thing. Low-key love the green. It does. It did end up turning out really nice. The green is very pretty, but it was not what I was going for, and it broke my heart a little bit. So yeah. So I guess maybe I should just leave my Baneblade on top of my PC over here. It'll guard me while I stream. I'll just leave it there. And then this is the little baby tank that I 3D printed. I moved the tiny 3D printed tank to put my Baneblade up there. Baby. Yeah, Baneblades are absolutely massive, Demonic Horde. Absolutely, like, bonkers with how big they are. So, yeah. That's still drying. Let's see if that's thin enough. Ugh. Oh. Excuse me. All right, let's see. So that's still drying. I think that actually made it pretty even. The Baneblade only The Baneblade only seats six other tanks. Yeah, big boy. Coming in before sleep, wishing you all the best. Still love your new model. Oh, thank you very much, engineer guy. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. We're doing so many coats of black. It is a little mind-numbing. Is that a little baby hellhound? No, it's a well, I guess it depends what I want to equip it with. What I want to get, so oh gosh, I haven't played it before, but I think it's Legions Imperialis, where they have the really small miniatures. I want to get the Baneblade one. I think it's cute. Like, I want the really tiny tanks, because I just think those are adorable. What would my Jedi outfit look like? Oh, thank you, Mr. Starman, for the super chat. I'm not sure. It'd probably involve purple. in some capacity, and maybe gold. I know, I feel like Jedis kind of would lean away from the gold, so yeah. T-Vampire, good to see you. I'm glad that you saw my Instagram reels. I've been working really hard on them, so whenever someone comes in and says, oh, hey, I saw your stuff and liked it, thank you. I appreciate it. I'm very pleased with how they've been turning out lately, so thank you. Okay, I think that's gonna be fine. I think this will be fine. What lightsaber would you have? I took a lightsaber test. I am a blue lightsaber Jedi. Because they all have like they all have different meanings. I'm a blue lightsaber. Still don't even know if this is like, it feels like it might be too thick. I built a Legion's Imperialis drop pod today. Super tiny parts. I imagine, yeah. Do you have any other Baneblade patterns? Stormblade, Shadowsword, etc.? No, I was gonna try to do the Octoblade, and like I wanted to magnetize it, but it kind of prevented me from like actually painting because I was so daunted by trying to like magnetize it or like thinking about it. So I like just didn't, and I was like, this is dumb. I should just paint the Baneblade because I think it's gonna be fun. Okay, so that got most of it. Most of the brush strokes. So, okay, so if I got most of the brush strokes, does that mean I need to water it down even a little bit more? Is that accurate? I'm new to at painting 40k miniatures. What did you think of my Loyalist World Eater squads? I have not looked at anything in the Discord. By the way, I'm not really like an expert painter. But if you do, like, I think I recommended you go into the Discord because other people will definitely give you advice, and like if you want that. In any case, you're like, hey, I don't want advice. I just want people to like just look at them because I worked hard on them. But I am not an expert. Okay, continue thinning. I did a bigger section, so we'll be able to see it a little bit better if it actually got the consistency. That looks better. Let's see. I have a Sicarian on the order from Zephyr Arcade. Yes, yes. If you would like Warhammer miniatures at a discounted price, if you want 10% off, go to Zephyr Arcade. They are a game store that I am partnered with, and they offer a lot of miniatures. A lot of Warhammer miniatures, Gundams, other like nerd stuff. So use my code Aurelia. I do get a little kickback from it, but they have been really nice to me. They've just been wonderful. I got my Lion, L. Johnson, from them, and it ended up turning out really nice, so highly recommend them. They're super cool people. They're super duper cool people. Thin this down a little bit. We'll do another test spot here. There we go. We'll do another. I'm gonna go crazy, just all this like painting black. Like I want to move to another color. I won't lie, I'm like, ugh. Are you going to magnetize the guns on the Leman, Russ? Yes, that's the plan. I have not looked at the tutorial to do that yet, but I think it's going to be a lot easier than the Bane Blade is. So yeah, I have them all prepped and I'm gonna paint them all. I don't know if we'll get to the gun painting this stream. We will see. Stimpak's gonna raid me for having the Lion Mini. Well, she should just get one herself. I believe she's partnered with Zephyr as well, so she should just get her own. I think she would do a great job painting him. Better. Oh yeah, that's much better. Do you have a homebrew regiment yet? And can we get an... Hang on. Demonic Horde, can you rephrase your question, please? I think I'm not understanding though, unfortunately. Well, sorry, Christian. I can't really give you a lot of feedback on your minis, unfortunately. But if you do make a Discord, there's a lot of fun people that will be happy to give you advice or tips. The Bane Blade is like a pain to magnetize, yeah. Ugh. Yeah, it... I watched a video and it seemed like really helpful, but just trying to like sit down and do it was... I was so incredibly daunted by it, so I just decided not to do it, so... There are suspiciously a large number of elves on your Zephyr wish list. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking about. What's wrong with wanting to paint elves? I don't think there should be anything wrong with wanting to paint elves. Are you trying to army shame me? Are you trying to army shame me? I understand if you wanted to shame someone for playing Tau. However, I don't know why you're trying to give me grief for wanting to paint some Eldar. I'm kidding. You can play Tau. That's fine. I'm not going to be picky like that. Go. Leave the 3 Tau players alone. You guys are alright. You're okay. Go. That there. Okay. Yeah, thank you guys for the recommendations for thinning the paint, because it definitely has a much smoother finish now. I was like, dude, why is this? It's just not looking quite right. It's not supposed to have all those brush strokes, so thank you for the advice. I appreciate that. I also have a habit of like, I put a little bit too much paint on my brush, so I'm like trying to spread it out and I'm like, oh no, we're gonna fix this. Okay. Aspect warriors are fun because they all have their own paint scheme. See, like there's a lot, you could have a lot of fun with it. See, don't judge me too hard. Don't judge me too hard. Orcs seem fun. They I imagine they are. There's only so many armies that I would want, and it would be Custodes, Blood Angels, and then if I had to choose a Xenos army, I would go with Eldar. Because they seem pretty fun and colorful. But I don't think I'd get any other armies. The reason why I put Eldar on my wish list was because I didn't want to paint Blood Angels next. Like, Custodes it's very monotonous. And the Eldar, it seems like it has a little bit more variety, which would be, like, more fun in the long run. Just me, personally. Although, I wouldn't mind painting, like, a single Necron. Oh yeah, that definitely fixed it there. Much smoother. Question to ponder: what craft world do you or Spider Dad from? I don't know what you're talking about. My dad is also an abhuman, so I forget the name of it. If it was one, it would be the one that appears in the lore video, the blue and yellow one. I forget what it's called though. But it's blue and yellow. Eandon? Iandon, how do you say that? I remember when making the lore video, I picked that one. I forget what the reason was. Iandon? Or Eandon? Which one? Because I said it two different ways. Which way was the right way? I or E? Oh. It's yellow. Hang on 1 second. Let me pull up the lore. I guess I forgot which one. I thought it was blue body, yellow helmet. Which one is the blue body? Okay. So do you say that one Alatok? Oh, I don't know. Forgot what the reason let me look up their craft world really fast. Okay. Oh yeah. Yeah, I recall now. I recall why I picked them. Let me see. Let's see. Let me read this. Oh yeah, I remember this. Okay. So this is from Warhammer 40k fandom wiki. Far out on the frontiers of the galaxy, on the edge of explored space in the Ultima Segmentum, lies the Alatok? Oh, I don't know how to say it. It's fine. Craft world. Having lost so many of their brethren to the terrible events of the fall, these Eldari are zealous in their guard against the touch of Slanesh, even more so than common amongst the other Azurani. As such, it is strictly governed to prevent any emergence of the sadistic obsessions that the Eldari are prone to as a species. They are puritanical adherents of the path of the Eldar, and they shun contact with others of their kind, lest their influence drags them down to the same depths of depravity the Eldari Empire fell to, devoting themselves instead to a life of harsh discipline. There you go. That's right, I did choose that one. I did pick that one out for the lore video because I felt like it was quite fitting. It was quite fitting. I felt like with my personality in general. I thought it was because of all red hair. Oh, is that one of their hallmarks? I didn't know that. I just looked for like generic information. Was like, oh. I wasn't being very picky. Source needed, please. Yeah, I would like to know the source. I'm kind of curious if that they actually all have red hair. Because that was not intended. But also, don't you have questions? Because my dad is blonde. Mmm. Yeah, I know, like, Eldar, I think, like, in terms of, like, hair color, red is one of the more common hair colors. Like, white and then, like, red. Something like that. I remember looking into it. You know, for no particular reason. I posted art. Well, no, art is not the same thing. Just because there's art of a lot of redheads does not mean they're all redheads. That's not how that works. Just because it seems like there's a lot does not mean... Let me look. I do not see it in the live stream chat. You lied to me. That is 2 people with red hair and maybe a third in the background. That does not mean they all have red hair. Welcome in, man with a plan. What type of Eldar would you be? Oh! Mr. Starman, come on, you've been here long enough. You should have watched the lore video. You know, you just need to watch the lore video. What are we up to? Leman Russ. That's what we're up to. That's what we're doing. Here. Getting all my coats of paint on this bad boy. Although me holding it is like rubbing off some of this tan paint and I'm like, ah, no, stop. Welcome inside. That's a cute emote. A custody type of Eldar. Whoa, 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 whoa. I'm just a custodes. I'm just a custodes. I'm an abhuman though. That's why the ears are pointed, okay? You know, don't get it twisted. Don't get it twisted. But I'll set aside the denials if you guys do have actual questions for that. I need to honestly brush up on the Eldar lore, but I feel like it's better if I don't know a lot about the Eldar. I feel like it works with the bit even better if I know very little. I don't know if you guys feel the same way, if you guys are just like, oh my gosh, can she stop with this? What are we twisting? Twisting ears? No, why would you do that? That's rude. That's rude. I sit here and have a nice conversation. You're like, let me twist them ears. You twist my ears, I will purple nurple you. With my mind. I'll look through the screen. I'll stare directly into your soul. And then you will feel immense pain.
It is the Bane Blade!
Joke's on you, I'm always in pain. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Slanesh must really like you then. Okay, after this coat of black, I'm going to bail and do a different color for a little bit because I cannot keep painting with black. I need a break. I need a break. Controversial pull, the best Baneblade variant is the Shadow Sword. No, I can see that. Look, I'm not gonna judge people if they like what their... I don't judge people for their preferred weapon loadout. I like the tanks that are big and go boom. So, frankly, if you prefer the loadout to be a little different, whatever, I don't care. I was like, what do you mean I'm a blank? What are you talking about? And it was a Ginger joke. Ginger's not having souls, I see. I was like, what? I was so confused. I'm like, no, what? Why you do this? No, the Ecclesiarchy, they can't do anything about me. Look, the Emperor said I could stream. This is for, like, improvement of the morale within the Imperium. So this is, you know, on express orders of the Emperor. They can't do anything about it. Even if they wanted to, they can't do anything about it. There you go. Me and the corpse god. Mods, get that heretic. Get that heretic out of my chat. Gray, I love your passion for Leman, Russ. You're very excited, and thank you for the super chat. I don't know when he's gonna come back. He went to get milk. Maybe he's gonna come back with a wife. Who knows? Who really knows at this point? I think that still needs to dry a little bit. The mods bonked him. The Inquisition got him. The Inquisition got that heretic. Don't worry, we don't really. It's fine. You can like the traders and stuff. I guess you can hang out with us. We're just here to talk Warhammer because it's fun. As long as you're a polite heretic, it's okay. You can hang out here. You just have to be polite. She said she's married to Sanguinius, and where's the proof that she wears a ring? One second. Is that proof enough for you? I just don't wear the ring on stream. Careful before Twitch gets me for my hips. Before the coffin we got married. Mr. Starman, you're gonna have to do your research. You're gonna have to do your research. Thank you for the super chat, though. Not the Twitch hips. They're armored. See, I'm protected from all TOS. Not only am I protected from all forms of physical attack, I'm also protected from Twitch TOS. No, look, I've posed this question many a time to my chat. And I'm like, guys, should I get an actual ring to wear for hand cams? And it's split for the most part, but I think most people say no. Makes me sad, because I think it would be funny. And I'm maybe a little bit delusional, but we are not going to talk about that. We're not going to talk about that. We'll just say my chat is jealous because I'm married to Sanguinius. We'll leave it there. We'll leave it there. Mm-hmm. They're jealous because, you see, it's not about me, though. They're jealous because they wanted to marry Sanguinius. I mean, who doesn't want to marry Sanguinius? So that's why chat is all worked up. They're like, no, Aurelia, you can't have a ring. You can't be married to Sanguinius. It's just not fair. We want him too. They're just coping. He's mine, guys. Hate to break it to you. Yes, I did get married to Sanguinius. My anniversary is coming up, actually. It's on June 15th. It's gonna be a great time. I have some art that I'm getting made for it, for the day. We're gonna have a lot of fun. Yeah, I also have a stream to prove that I got married to him, yeah. Mm-hmm. We live streamed that. I actually wouldn't be surprised if the Imperium did, like, broadcast a wedding like that. It would be unsurprising. Cool, I'm glad you're gonna let me have Sanguinius, good, because I was gonna fight you if you didn't, so... I'm glad I don't have to fight you. That was gonna be pretty awkward for you. It'd be pretty awkward. Slowly, slowly, slowly. We're almost done. We're almost done. Need a new color. I need a new color on this palette. I'm losing my marbles. I think I need to do this side again. And then we're gonna take a break from the black because I'm losing my mind. I need another color. I think I'm doing, how long have we been streaming for? Almost 2 hours. I've done black this whole time. I need to do this front part that has white and red. I will be content. Greetings, everyone. Hello, hello. Welcome in. Chiffon Shrimp. It is fun to see people's usernames and what they come up with, because you don't get a lot of username options. The beginning of the internet, you had any username you could ever hoped for. And then, yeah, now there's a lot less. What is the next generation gonna do? It's gonna be really weird, because all the usernames, or a lot of the usernames, have just been, like, taken. Are there any good ones left? This is what numbers afterwards are for. I know, but like numbers are like annoying because you're like, man, you want to have like something original where you don't need to have numbers, but you know, sometimes you just have to suffer and go with the number. Just have to suck it up sometimes. Right. Done with this, and then we're gonna do the white and red on the front. Pull that up. Oh no, this up. Yeah, we're gonna get that red and the white on the front, and it'll be a nice break. Maybe we'll do the brass too. We have some time. I'll probably do the brass on for the trim. So I will say I apologize for the ads, but that is the lowest I can put ads for no pre-rolls. So I apologize. That is just unfortunately how it is. But that is the smallest amount that I can do. Here. Yeah, I probably could do like one more coat on this entire like tank, but I really don't want to. I've already done several coats and I'm not exactly interested on doing any more. Even if it's to make it a little bit better, I don't really want to. Sorry guys. Oh, I gotta do this. Dang it. Oh, I have to do this part. Ah! Fine, I'm fine. We're almost done here. Yeah, pre-rolls can kill a channel, so I try to just make it so I don't have pre-rolls, so I apologize. Yeah, there's even like bigger streamers where I've like gone to like, oh, let me go check out their stream, and then it's like there's a pre-roll and I'm like, maybe I'm fine, I'm good. So that's why I stick with that. Yep, we hit the goal. I collected all 40,000 Warhammers on YouTube. It's an important achievement. An important achievement for any Warhammer channel, at least. I was very excited. It kind of snuck up on me. I wasn't expecting us to get to it so quickly. So, you know, I gotta figure out what we're gonna do for a celebration stream. I'll come up with something and I'll let you guys know what we end up doing. Alright, I think I need to do another coat on here. There you go. Alright, switching colors. I found you through Warhammer 40k YouTube shorts. Yeah, I've been working on my shorts a lot recently. Alright, we have 2 reds. Ugh, hang on. What a pleasant noise, Aurelia. Okay, we've got some stripes to apply to this tank. What shade of red should I do? We have Flesh Terror red or Mephiston red to go up here. What are we thinking? How are we feeling? We're starting with the base pattern, but I'm gonna magnetize the barrel options. Flesh Tear, that one looks like it might be closest. We could start with Flesh Tear red, and then we can add on some Mephiston, like mix it up. Or do Mephiston first and then layer the Flesh Tear. What about both? Because that's a good point. Maybe, okay, maybe we'll start with Mephiston red and then do, we can do that on top. Can't paint over contrast for a while. Okay, so then we'll start with Mephiston and then we'll do a couple layers of Flesh Tear. Gotta get my wet palette wet again. Down. Ooh, contrast takes 30 minutes to dry. Ooh. Sounds terrible. That sounds terrible. Does not sound like a lot of fun. Right here. Look a bit unorganized. These off to the side. Ooh, good luck, man, with the plan. I hope you don't have any incidents at your job. I hope everything is up to code and that you don't get electrocuted. Contrast paint is very watery and needs to be painted in a single smooth stroke every time. Oh, does it? I feel like I've painted with contrast paint before and I've not done that. Oops. Oh well. Oh well, I guess. Let's see. Yeah, we're gonna do the red first. I was like, do we do the white? I'm like, we gotta do the red first. And then we can always try to paint over it later. Okay, do this. All right, so we're trying to make it as accurate as possible. Like there. Man. Painting in a straight line. Ugh. Go. That was stressful. Gotta that up. That wasn't too bad, not too shabby. Use tape, it's too late. It's too late. I already got a nice straight line there. For the most part, I gotta fix this one little spot, but oh no. Alright, good enough. Alright, I'm gonna let that sit. Oh man, I just messed up. I messed with it too much, and now it is. Oh, I can paint this red. This is good. Okay, cool. I was like, oh shoot, I shouldn't paint that. Nope, that can be red. Yay, good. Have I used Flesh Terror Red before? I feel like I might have used it in another project. Oh, it isn't straight. It's like slightly slanted. Like very slight. Let's see, do I have regular tape here with me? I have Scotch tape. That's about as close as it gets here. Okay. How's everyone doing today? We're doing well. And the regiment is the Tempris Auxilia. It is a custom-made regiment made by my community. It's pretty cool. They did a great job with it. Okay, we're gonna do... What do you guys do for straight lines when it's like a raised surface? Because I don't know how I'm gonna make this straight for this other piece up in the front. I want to freehand it, honestly. Who cares? Who cares? Yeah, we're just gonna... Yeah, yeah. Like, there's no way I can, like, get this, like, perfectly straight with the tape. I mean, I bet you there is, but I'm not willing to sit around and fiddle with it forever. Go. Yo, sorry. Had to lock in there for a second. There's a lot of locking in. Oh, draw the brush towards you for best accuracy on freehand strokes. Well, that was perfect, because that's what I did, and I felt like that worked really well for me, so yay! I didn't even see your message until just now, so that was very good for me. I lucked into that one. All right. Sorry, I have to focus on like the tiny detail here. Sorry, guys. Look at that. We're on our way. Ultron Hydra, I hope you enjoy the rest of your evening. Have a wonderful night. I need to adjust mine here. This is red too, so I can paint this red. Not often I get to work with other colors like reds, and normally I stick with my gold for my banana boys. So this is, it's like, oh, working with the red and like seeing how it like dries is just like, oh, just different from what I'm used to seeing when I'm painting. You know, that's about probably as straight as that's gonna get. Oh shoot, I just bumped my hand and I got red where it was not supposed to be. Oops. It's fine, it's fine. There we go. Mephistone dries a lot less bright when it's wet, and that's fine, honestly. I don't mind it. That's kind of a pleasant color to... That's pleasant to look at. Okay, so we've got that. That dries pretty quickly, so we're gonna flip it over and I'm gonna do the other side. So this one is like the middle. This guy. It's got that there. We'll go from this direction. There you go. It's a little bit easier with the technique of pulling the brush towards you. That was super helpful advice. Thank you very much. I'm gonna do a little bit of this. I definitely prefer to use the bigger brush than trying to do the fine detail with the tiny brush. Oh my gosh. Let's sit for a second. Ah. All my Russes were painted by a knuckle dragger with color blindness, me. For lore accuracy. Tell me, how is that lore accurate? I would like to... I'd like to know a little bit more information about that. All right, there you go. I'm new to Warhammer, but this is fun to watch. Well, I'm glad you're enjoying this, Zephyr. This is just a very chill stream where we're just painting minis and having a good time talking Warhammer. Sometimes I have to lock in and I shut up for a second, but you know, I try to be entertaining. But honestly, you can do Warhammer however you want. Some people are really into painting. I got into Warhammer because I liked reading the books. So a huge fan of the books, and I started like painting after that because I wanted to, because I thought, oh, it might be fun and interesting, and my community was nice enough to gift me some miniatures. So I started painting, and I really enjoy it. I'm no expert by any means. I'm okay, but I really do enjoy it. And sometimes people just like playing the games or the video games. That's perfectly fine too. Warhammer is like a very vast universe, so you can do a ton of things. There's no one way to do it. But yeah, we just talk Warhammer because it's fun. So question, for the contrast paint, when I paint it on, do I need to like keep the mini, so like for example, if I do a coat of the Flesh Terror, do I have to keep it parallel like this, or can I let it dry while I work on another section? What is generally the best practice? Because I rarely work with a contrast paint. Depends on how much you put on. I guess it's fair. As long as you don't disturb the wet paint, you can work on other sections. And if it's a thinner coat, you can let it sit. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense to me. Yeah, I had a more even application on this side of the Mephiston. No, I think I'm gonna do drop water here. Thin it a little bit more. Go. Hello, welcome in, Oni. If you want the bottom part of the red to be a darker, let it pool there, not just a ton, or it may drown the Mephiston out. Okay, good to know, good to know. Let that sit there for a second. I'm so happy to be working with another color. Oh my gosh. Ugh. It'll pull if you put enough for it to do so. You can work with less to avoid it. Okay. Okay. Good to know. You guys are very knowledgeable. Oh man. Guess we should decide the brass I'm going to use. What do we have? Got leather brown. Those are browns. Bronze brown? I don't think that's the shade I'm looking for. That's gold. Computer armor. I am pulling everything out except like the brass colors. Where is it? Okay. Oh my gosh. I'm struggling. So this is where it's going to be interesting. We have two brasses, like that are brass in terms of name on the bottle. We've got Rune Lord brass, and then we've got this Skull Crusher brass. I feel like the Skull Crusher brass is closer to what is pictured here in the bottom corner. But what I feel like is actually most like it is going to be Retributor armor. I feel like it has that same like brightness. What do you guys think? Because I feel like this is probably going to be what we go with. Just feel like that's the closest thing we have. If this is supposed to be a newer tank, Retributor armor would make more sense. Yeah, that's what I'm kind of leaning towards, but I'm also a huge sucker for Retributor armor. I love Retributor armor. I love applying it thick. Big and thick. Oh, those are black too, so I could have been... No, I'll make those. I'll make those brass. If you hit it with a Seraphim Sepia wash, it'll make the bronzes look warmer. I don't have that. I don't have that, unfortunately. With the red wash, Retributor armor will look good. That's what I'm thinking. I do have Reichland Flesh Shade, which should work for our purposes. Retributor armor is an alright color. False. It is the best color. It is the best shade of gold you'll get in your life. Oh, here. Back. Okay. Retributor armor. Ah, twist my arm. Twist my arm. 40k and 10k stream idea. Aurelia goes paint shopping. Like, you talking like in person or online? Because there is a place I know in person that I've gone to twice. Only a couple times. But I don't want to stream that. We'll use the rest of my Retributor armor that I have in this one. My classic move for Retributor armor is that I don't like to thin it. I'm like one coat. Is this paint pot just done? There's barely anything in it. We'll get whatever's left in here, but it's pretty much toast, I think. I knew I was close to the end, so I asked for more from Zephyr Arcade. Yeah, it's kind of gumpy. Clumpy. Chaos Incarnate, thank you so much for subscribing. I appreciate it. Goodbye, Retributor armor. I find GW metallics don't like to be thin. Yeah, they're weird when you thin them. Like, I will thin it so it's not, like, so thick, but, like... I'm gonna get rid of the clump. 1 second. I'm just gonna put it here and then throw away the shock towel. They're not happy when they're thin. I'm glad I'm not the only one with that experience. Let me get out my new shock towel. There we go. Throw away. This one is new. Here. ASMR. Turn the music off. ASMR for taking off the lid of this paint pot. Try not to make it explode. Did you guys hear that, or was it too quiet? Did my noise gate cut it out? We heard? Good. Good. Glad you guys heard it. I found they're okay on a wet palette. It's not terrible. It's just like, as long as you don't water it down too much, you should be fine. Yeah, I'm just really partial to my Retributor armor. Can you adopt me so I can be Sanguinius' son? Chaos Incarnate. It kind of feels like bad things might happen if I adopt you. I won't lie. It's a very, very interesting name. Okay. We're just only gonna mix in like a tiny, tiny drop. So it's just not super thick. You want the Black Rage? That's how you get the Black Rage? What? What did I do? Pigmented Pixel, what do you mean? How do I get the Black Rage? What do you mean? I'm concerned. You made that username before I got into Warhammer? A likely story. That's what a heretic would say. Ah, that is. Got it, got it. You guys can see that? Hang on, sorry. Boom. Retributor armor is just the best. It's the best. Cannot convince me otherwise, unless I got like a sample of some other paint that is just better. I find it to be stunning. Now I gotta be careful when I grab the tank to not touch the edges. We're gonna do the treads last so I don't mess them up. Because I currently have just been grabbing the tank by the treads. I'm gonna close this. Close that. Might have to send you a whole case? Yes. Yes. Perhaps. Perhaps. Yeah, that was one of the reasons I was like, oh, hey, can I get Retributor armor? I did not need it for the line. I needed it for all my other projects that I use it for. Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's required. At least one, there's got to be one spec of Retributor armor in all of like my paint jobs. Probably need to go back to a couple and make it so that is the case. Because I don't think I used Retributor armor on my lion. I wanted a lighter color. Uh-oh, all Retributor gold. My next order is just paints. We'll come back over and I'll get some of these edges with a finer brush. Did you hear about the Xeno that was cut in half? He was pretty alright except for what was left of him. Okay. Oh, I didn't know you could get Retributor armor in batches, but it makes sense. That makes sense. Yeah, because it would be to know. It would be good to know that your paints come from the same batch. So if you're working on a really big project, you don't have anything that's like, it doesn't get screwed up, putting it simply. Oh, Mr. Starman, thank you for the super chat. I'm glad you did your research. I'm glad you figured it out. I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you. You know, I can appreciate a good dad joke. Dad jokes are pretty great. Father meme. Would you like to hear my dad joke? Why are my ears pointy? Because I'm an app human. That's also kind of rude to just say that. Like, we barely know each other. The first thing you comment on is you're commenting on my body. So rude. I was gonna tell you my dad joke, but I don't know. Tell us your dad joke. Okay, I will. I will. Just because you asked. You asked. Okay. When does a dad joke become a dad joke? Okay. If you've been here in my stream before, don't say the answer because you know the answer. It's just for the other people. A dad joke becomes a dad joke when it is apparent. When does it... Wait, did I say it right? When does a joke become a dad joke? Yes. Yep, when it becomes apparent. And when does it become apparent? When it is conceived. -2. Mods, get him out of here. Get him out of here. We can't have this energy here. Well, that sucked. What? Okay. Okay then. Fine. I put my soul out there. Hold my dad joke. Just get stepped on. To be expected. We can't all have winners. We can't all have bangers. The father of 3, I approve your dad joke, thanks. It's actually my dad's dad joke, so, you know. You know. I like it. Boom. Shiny. Oh, nice even coat here. Didn't look very even previously when I applied it. Boom, look at that. Looks nice. I discovered a way to do highlights on black without mixing paints. I'm assuming you're familiar with the popular method of 50-50 mix of Abaddon black and Stegadon scale green. I am actually not familiar. I am, as you say, a newer painter. I'm not like new, but I very much don't follow a lot of painting tips. I just kind of paint however I feel like. Is that Retributor Gold? It is! It is my favorite shade of gold. Retributor, my beloved. I love it almost as much as Sanguinius. Almost as much as Sanguinius. Not quite, though. Need a fine brush after this to get some of these edges. Hang on, chat. I'll be there in 1 second. I'm hoping I can get this trim done on the other side before we end today. Well, okay, if you're gonna go the easy route and still achieve a good black highlight, you can simply paint Stegadon scale green and then apply black Templar contrast liberally. I don't know if I'll do highlight. I very rarely do highlights on my minis. Maybe I should, like, you know, branch out and, like, try it on this mini. It's like, if I do highlight, it's, like, very light. And I've never done highlight on a model like this. Like, I have my Bane blade, but I did not do any highlights. I was just like, this is going to be beautiful and shiny. But perhaps I should try something new. Wait, if you love Sanguinius, why are you wearing purple? Well, I don't have to wear his colors. I'm purple because I'm part of the shield host.
Bane blade!
And also the red, when I was designing this model, the red, like my red hair and the red kind of, they didn't clash, but they definitely kind of blend together. The purple is like a nice contrast and it pops. What does Aurelia think the Blood Angel successors? There's some interesting kinds, Flesh Tears and Lamenters, for example. Oh, I love them all. I love them. They're all my sons, and I adore them. Sometimes I don't approve of their methods, but I love them all the same. That's the simple answer. Plus, purple is the best color? No, gold is. Gold is the best color. Mm-hmm. And purple is, yes. Oh, that's my mods helping me out. I always thought the Custodes should be in purple, not red, because purple's a very, like, regal and noble color. Mm-hmm. And I feel like it suits the Custodes better, but obviously I did not come up with their lore. Red is their color. So. Yeah, I know what. Yes, I do know what happened to Knights of the Blood. I did read Devastation of Baal. It's best we don't speak about it. Okay. I think I need to do one more coat on some of these flat portions. A really thin coat. Yeah, I know the original color for the Custodes is flesh tone. Well, that's not technically true. If we're talking just minis, well then yeah. But if you're talking about in lore, they were technically always in the gold. Or most of them were pretty much in the gold. Go. Second guy. Boom. Shiny, shiny, shiny. Boop, boop. Alright, there we go. Yes, Dante is my son and he's pretty awesome. Sorry, Aurelia, I'm stealing gold and purple for my shield host. You are allowed to do that. I will permit you. No, honestly, I like it when people say, they like my color scheme and they want to paint their Custodes in that color, that makes me feel good. So yeah, keep going. Yeah, go for it. Go for it. I think the gold and the purple looks the best in my opinion. That's punchy. This. Yeah, it looks, it pops real nice. And we'll darken the red up with the Flesh Terror red. So it matches a little bit better. Oh, yes, yes. There's also an Aurelia mini. Yes, this is true. This is true. I had a mini made to go with my current VTuber model. It looks pretty good, if I say so myself. I mean, I was part of the design process. They did consult me. You know, the people I paid, they consulted me and they asked for my opinion. So if you want an Aurelia mini for your army, do it. You should look at my comment regarding how to improve your gold. Okay. Thank you for the super chat. Not super chat, the bits. Forgive me if I don't see all your messages. I'm kind of locked in. I don't see everything. So if you want to make the gold infinitely better, paint over the gold with Reikland Fleshlight. Yeah, you weren't in here. I mentioned that earlier. And then highlight with the Liberator gold. Yeah, I do a different combination of things when it comes to like my actual Custodes. I actually don't... Reikland Fleshshade I will probably use on this because I want this to have a more reddish tone, but I don't like Reikland Fleshshade on my Custodes. Does not look good in my opinion. It's too red. And you already heard my thoughts on the red, like, capes and cloaks and all that stuff. So I do a different method for my Custodes, but thank you for the suggestion. But that's probably what I will do for this tank. So, any new content for the games that are going to be in Skulls Festival stream next week that you're hoping to see? I want more bolt gun information. Dawn of War 4. I mean, we're still kind of getting those pretty regularly. Total War would be nice, but I'm not expecting much. There is other stuff that I have information for, but I'm not allowed to say anything, so. Not allowed to say anything. I'm sure you've answered this before. How's your setup so you have a VTuber model going while painting? My phone is right there. And I set it up in a way where it tracks my face better. So that when I'm like looking down, it still kind of gets my face for the most part. So. There you go. Ow. Do you make your helmet plume purple for your Custodes? Yes. Well, okay, but it would look weird if you had the whole Custodes. Like, think of like a warden. If they're like, the bottom part was purple, but the plume was red. That would be weird. It wouldn't look good. Personally, it's a matter of personal taste. But I don't think it would look good if every other cloth or accent color was purple and then you kept the plume red. That just doesn't work. I thank you for the super chat, Starman. I don't have a favorite Eldar Wraith construct. I don't have one. I've not really thought about it. I'd have to look. Honestly, I've been so busy lately. I've not looked at the list for Skulls. Space Marine 2, Dark Tide, Total War 3, Battle Sector, Bolt Gun 2, Rogue Turret, Dark Heresy, I don't have anything else that I can currently think of. Yes, we're gonna magnetize this one. Ah, man, I gotta brush up on my Skull stuff before the stream on Thursday. I have a lot of things going on, unfortunately. Go. I love how poppy that looks. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to finally getting to play a bunch of new games. Ugh. There's a lot of good stuff coming out. Or at least I imagine it's going to be good. I hope it's good. How about that? How about that? All 40,000 games. Maybe not 40,000. Oh. Oh. You don't use Reichland on your Custodies. What do you shade? I missed that. Yeah, I didn't say. What I do is I do a combination of... Let me make sure I'm telling you right. 1 second. It's been a hot minute since I painted one of my Custodies. I use Wildwood mixed with the contrast medium because I go for a more like antique looking Custodies. So it has it's less red and more kind of I want to say green tone. That's not really accurate. Here, let me just grab one. I choose you. That's my Custodies. Burnished? I don't know. So what I do is I do my Retributor armor. I do my Wildwood combo for the shading, and then I do Skull Crusher brass on all the flat sections to make it pop, and then I mix my Skull Crusher brass with Runefang silver, mostly so it's like just like a little bit, so it's like really bright, and then that's what I do for all my my highlights, so the things that pop, so like the little tiny crests and stuff, and that's what I do. And then my highlight for the purple is really funny. I use like Phoenician, I think I use the Phoenician purple for like the cloth. I do I do the same color wash on it, and then I use like a shiny, I use basically a metallic, and I highlight the cloak, and that's what I do. It's not like really a really good highlight, but you know. Yeah, my gold rim, and there's my marble base. Yeah, so I kind of, this is the vibe. It looks more like antique. It's not as like bright and brassy. So yeah, that's mine. How did you make the paint stick to the edges of the base? I primed the whole thing. So I primed it. Well, I guess let's start over. I took the base. I took UV resin. Or did I sand them first? Actually, think I might have sanded them first. Put UV resin and let it kind of even out. Cured the UV resin with a UV, like, you know, flashlight. And then primed the whole thing. And then I used the baby wipe method to do the marbling. And then I rimmed him in gold. That was a really fun time. I think I like chilled. I think I did part of it on stream, but I had so much fun. I like sat and like watched a show while I rimmed the rest of the bases for my Custodies. Even though they're not like all being used right now, the bases are like completed. I was just like, ooh, that base is sick, thank you. Thank you. The Imperial Palace should be marble and gold, which is why I have my Baneblade marbled and gold. Well, it is marbled, but it's now jade colored. But, yeah. It felt only appropriate to have them in the palace. So, yeah. He's gonna go over here. You sit there, buddy. Thank you. That's my Custodes. I just don't like the red tones. If I was painting a traditional one with the red capes and plumes, I'd probably go with my Reikland Flesh Shade, but I did one Custodes like that, and I just didn't like the way it turned out. Actually, let me grab him. Here's actually a really good comparison of, like, the difference. I would probably repaint him. I love his feathers, though. There you go. You can see how red he is in comparison to this style that I like a lot more. The golden purple works so well. I know, right? It looks so nice, but the red just doesn't look as good with the purple here. So. Yeah. It just doesn't... it's not the same. Didn't you paint his hair red because it was a stand-in for you? Yeah, he was my stand-in. This was before I had a mini. This was like one of my first minis I painted. Or if, no, I think it was the first. Oh, I never painted the back. Oops. Yeah, I would... Actually, what I might do is I might buy another one and repaint him and, like, do a comparison. Captain Acheron's dad was a Custodes. That's funny. You have a mini? Yes, I do. I have a miniature. Where can we get your mini? Let me put the link here. Boop, 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 boop. Yay! There's two ways you can get it. If you have a 3D printer, you can just buy the STL. If not, there is a guy that I work with who prints them. So, oh, Mr. Eldridge, thank you for the bits. I appreciate it. But I also have a guy I work with who has done a good job with my stuff. You know, I guess I should just keep... I feel like every time I do a painting stream, I just need to have a shelf over here where I have my Baneblade, one of my Custodes, my mini, just so that I can, like, show them to you guys a lot easier instead of standing up every time. Because that would just be a lot better, because I usually end up showing those same minis almost every stream. And the Legos. The Legos already sit on my desk. Look, I mean, look how cute they are. Look at how cute they are. Someone made this of me, and then I said, hey, can I, like, get a sanguineous one? And they're cute. What brushes do I use? I have a golden maple. They have a variety of, like, fine tip ones. Both of these are. This is also gold maple. These are just kind of old. These are my newer ones. So, there. Admire my Legos. Me and Sanguineous. Yeah, I just used golden maple. Probably just took all that paint off that I just put on, but whatever. That's a lot of water. Do you 3D print those look like resin parts? I do have a 3D printer. It's just been giving me a lot of grief lately. Resin parts as in these are part of a plastic kit. Yeah. Just if that was what you're asking. Dry brushing a light color on the cape does wonders. Yeah, I think what I did for my Custodes was, my regular Custodes, I didn't do it for Trajan. I think I ended up doing a dry brush initially. really thick. I grabbed a part of the paint that had a lot less water in it. I'm like, ooh, I gotta spread this out. It's getting kind of... I do generally like the Retributor Armor Gold, like super like thick, mainly because I just feel like the mini, like the mini pops more when that paint is like really, really thick. Okay, almost done with this. And I'll go back in and fill in the stuff that I messed up earlier, but that's fine. Thick with a capital Q. I've never heard that one. Thick with a capital Q. Never heard that one. Oh, Zephyr. John Zephyr. I have a proposition I'd like to propose. I would like to propose later to you. Remind me, yes. I have a proposition because we could not unfortunately make a dreadnought happen. Make me very, very sad. Do you think the Retributor and Retributor Gold is in reference to the Retributors from Astartes? I never thought about it. It's possible. Yeah, I saw it that they laughed at you. I was like, oof. Yeah, they're really popular right now. So I have another idea. I have another idea. So, just remind me. Okay. I need to water this down a little bit more because it's dried up a tiny bit since I've been... There we go. That might be too much water. Yeah, that's too much water. Yeah, that's too much. Yeah, that dreadnought, honestly, it looks so awesome. I'm a little bummed I couldn't paint it, but it's okay. It's okay. There is still time. When they say, hey, we now have a dreadnought that's not resin printed, everyone's gonna lose their minds, and understandably so. Yeah, they can confirm the Horus Heresy kits will be used 140k custodians. Honestly, I was like, if they didn't do that, that was just gonna be stupid. Like, how many people realistically play Horus Heresy? I know there's a good chunk of people that do, but most people are gonna want to like use that stuff for 40k. It was gonna be dumb if they didn't allow that. So, good call, GW. It's usually rare that people say that, but I'm gonna say good call. It's still too watery? That's much better. There we go. Gotta... Good to see you painting the Leman Russ build. Yeah, I've been working on it. I really want to get it done because I dumbly told my friend that I built it. And so now they're gonna be like, hey, like, did you paint it? Like, I want to see pictures if you painted it. Because my friend, for those of you who don't know, I had a friend give this to me. They were like, I got this as a gift from someone else. But I know you, like, but I haven't, like, I've had it on my shelf for years and I've just never made the time to, like, build it and put it together. I don't know if I ever will. So I know you're into Warhammer. Why don't you just, like, why don't you just build it? And I was like, build and paint it. Like, you're just gonna give it to me. I'll pay you. And they're like, no, you can just have it. And I was like, oh, okay. So, like, I definitely need to update them as soon as I'm done. They're like, yeah, you didn't, like, it went to good use. So, we're gonna make progress on it. Will you ever paint a knight? I'm currently painting a knight. Yes, I actually have a knight. I took a break from it because I was going to paint it on stream, but decided partway through that for the chassis, I need to use a spray can on it. I tried to paint it with a paintbrush. It was not going to work. It was just going to come out terrible, so I switched gears on the stream, and that's how we got to painting this Leman Russ. I was like, well, I can't paint my knight, so we're gonna swap and work on building the Leman Russ, and then now we're painting the Leman Russ. So, yeah. Right. Yeah, I'm gonna go back over here with a much thinner brush and like do some touch-up stuff, but we're all just getting a general, just doing basic coverage. Oh my gosh. Ah! You're right, oh my gosh. The child in me is screaming, I love the horsey on the side. It does look like a horse. That was unintended, but it does look like a horse. Yep. I cannot deny that. Nah. Incredible. Incredible. Yeah, now you'll never be able to unsee it. Looks like I gotta throw the whole tank away now. See, it's perfect camouflage if they have to, like, you know, hide their tank in a field of horses, and for some reason the horses don't just run off. This camouflage is just too good. Oh. Yeah, we'll need to do some touch up with the black. It's gonna need it, because I'm being kind of... I'm not really being too careful with the gold. Boom. Thank you for the bit, Game Maniac. You've been chosen to be custodian to try and kill the Emperor for the Blood Games. What are you doing? Well, so I'm a little different than my Custodes brethren. I haven't given this much thought. You'll have to get back to me on that. You're gonna have to get back to me on that, because I want to give this more thought than like just a moment, because you need to like plan really, really well. I mean, obviously, yeah, I'd have to give it some thought, but also I feel like it would be a bad call to tell you guys my plan too, because then you might try that to break in. We wouldn't want that. Yeah, I'm not sure what I would do to fool my brothers. I don't know. Too watery. Try again. There we go. Step 1, acquire a fake mustache. 2, be dastardly. Easy peasy. Yes, you're right. You're right. Tiresias, how could I forget? The mustache works every time. It would probably involve my stealth Baneblade, if we're being honest. Because I would probably keep it a secret in the palace. Because right now its purpose is to be in the palace in case something did happen. Then it could be deployed very quickly. No one is going to suspect that there's a Baneblade in the Imperial Palace. Like, who thinks that way? So I would probably have it tucked away somewhere. And then I would deploy it. For it to cause carnage. So that would probably be the main crux of the concept. Tie their bootlaces together. The Custodians don't have bootlaces. That wouldn't work. I've seen Imperial Palace schemed Imperial Knights, so a palace-themed Baneblade seems legit. Well, yeah, it is legit. It is legit, because I have one. I have one. I got it commissioned. It was a very, very specific commission. Yeah. Get the paint to fill in some of these cracks is annoying. Alright, question. Should I paint these hinges here in, our gold? I could see the argument for just leaving it. But I haven't decided. What do you think while I paint this other stuff? We like gold. Okay, yes, we do. This is very true. Truth nuke. Once. I'll let this sit for a second. Do a second layer. We love gold. I'll think about it. Because part of me doesn't want to like have to deal with it. That's this part of the conundrum. Like, do I want to deal with that? Do I want to deal with that? Yeah, I'll have to go back over that one again. Welcome in, Sheenas. Thank you for the super chat. In the name of the Talva, I'll... in the name of the Talva, I greet you. I'll leave the... Oh gosh, I do not even know how to say that word. Proselytizing to the Watercast, but I'll say a galactic coalition would only serve the Talva and would serve your master's vision for an ordered galaxy. Thank you. Thank you very much, Sheenus. Sorry, I probably butchered some words there. But thank you. I appreciate the super chat. I'm glad we need to you know, focus on the Emperor's vision for humanity in the future. The only way we can progress and move forward. Unfortunately, we've been set back a little bit. Thanks, Horace. Thanks for that. But thank you again for the super chat. Go. I'm so happy. I love this. I love this gold. It's great. It's great. Just got in looking good so far. What paints am I using? I'm using a variety. I use some Vallejo. I use some like basic hobby paint. Retributor armor. I've used a bunch of different kinds for this this one, but right now I'm using Retributor armor. Here, I could blame some of the other Primarchs, but we know who is probably the most responsible. Not probably, is, like, the most responsible. You know, he kind of killed my husband, so, you know. I feel like it's fair for me to be like, yeah, no, I'm just gonna call out this guy. Oh no! Valid, I'll return to the warp. Alright, you have a good time there. Don't go crazy. Don't go too crazy. Don't forget about Erebus. Yeah, but we were talking about Primarchs there. But yes, Erebus is obviously... he is the catalyst for that whole thing. I'm just throwing this bad boy around. Sorry for the noise, guys. I am just throwing this bad boy around. I honestly think Magnus did more damage than Horus. Okay, I see what you're saying there. Yes, the Webway project and basically keeping the Emperor on the Golden Throne kind of set off a series of events where the Emperor probably could have ended the heresy a lot sooner. If that didn't happen. However, a lot of, like, lives were lost because of Horus than I think Magnus. And no one hates the original Erebus. I think everyone pities the original Erebus because... yeah, I don't think anyone, like, hates the original Erebus. That guy is just unfortunate. I'm gonna use... oh, this brush is fine. It's still too watery. Too watery. I need more gold. That's much better. Way too thin earlier. I probably should have left this. I think I know what I want to do the skull. Now that I've painted over the skull, I'm like, oh, I know what colors I want to do here, because I was just going to make it all gold. Now I'm like, oh, that's a shame. That's a shame. Kind of goofed that up. All right. This might be the last part I do. I don't want to put out too much paint because I don't want it all to dry up. This will be perfect. A good stopping point getting this Retributor armor on. Do I approve of your husband denying Dante's wish to die? I think he probably has pretty solid insight on what's going on in the Warhammer universe, and probably did it for a good reason. I cannot pretend to know what the specific reason is, but I imagine he made the right decision. We just don't know why. Very thin area that I'm trying to like paint and not mess up the other stuff. Yay! Old Heavy, I am so glad that you were able to get your Alaris Terminators done. That's awesome. See, I love doing streams like this because everyone can chill and work on their projects together. You do not have to watch me the whole time. You can be like, oh, what is she doing right now? Like, oh, wow, she's commenting on her gold trim. Well, let's look at the gold trim. Oh, okay, cool. Let me go back to my thing. Or you could just like sit and just focus on what you're doing. I'm so happy to hear that, because I'm a huge advocate for getting things done on like streams like this where it's just chill and we're all hanging out. I haven't put paint to models in so long. Well, I mean, this stream is almost over, but in the future you could. You could. Yeah, this is also a good time to just reset and relax. If you just want to have something going in the background, it is good for that purpose as well. I aim to be relaxing and chill on my painting streams. Unless you know, the last time I did this, I broke my Sanguinius model when I went to go show the camera. I set it down and then it just fell apart, and I was like, I did scream a little bit. Was a bit embarrassing. Oh, we'll do these on the front. One last bit here. All right, let's do a little mock-up to see what she's gonna look like. We're not gonna glue things in. Oh man, there's stuff on the top. Sorry, I keep forgetting there's like, oh yeah, I was gonna do this. Like these little hinges up here and the Aquila. Those also need to be in gold. That later. Oops. We're gonna do my thinner brush. Yeah, almost right off the manufacturing line. Beautiful, beautiful Leman Russ.
No.
Okay, there we go. Yes, this is the real John Warhammer hours. This is true. This is true. I am the John Warhammer now. Mm-hmm. I've taken the title. Yeah, I'm gonna have to definitely go over this later. Welcome in, Raiders. I hope you had a very good stream. We are just chilling in here, painting my Leman Russ. I hope you had a good time. We'll be just relaxing, so do what you gotta do. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to fix the little spots that I got gold on. It's fine. Not a big deal. Just annoying. Where do you store my 40,000 Warhammers? Well, that's classified. I can't tell you that. Because then you're going to take my Warhammers. So, you know. And yes, I am having a very good day. Hit a very nice milestone on YouTube, so very happy about that. Got my 40,000 Warhammers, so we're having a dandy time. And we gotta do the Aquila, and I think that's it. I think that's it for the gold on this, other than like the light trim, which I just might do by myself, so because I'll be able to see it better. You should watch the Ultramarines movie. It's free on YouTube. Oh yeah, I need to do that. We've talked about that, but I've just never gotten around to that. Thank you, Game Maniac, for the bit. Yes, I do need to do that. Thank you for the reminder. Here. Now we're gonna do this little Aquila. You can tell this is a older sprue based on just like how the Aquila looks compared to some of the newer ones. Oh, Walter's Workshop, thank you so much for the 5. Walter, why? Why, Walter? You do not have to do that. You don't need to do that. We're friends. Dude, thank you, man. Thank you, dude. What the heck? Aurelia, give me strength. I have 7 armies to build and paint. Not mine. 2 are my brothers and 2 are my dad's. Both of them are not artsy fartsy. Well, wait. So they want to play? No worries. Go do what you gotta do. Enjoy the rest of your day. So wait. They want to play Warhammer. Is that the case? I'm like, what? Why do they have these armies if they don't want to build and or paint? And Shadow, thank you for gifting us up to Walter. Of course, I just want to say congrats on the 40K, Fred. Well, thank you. I thought you just saying it in the chat was enough. I appreciate it, man. That's so nice of you. Guys, can we get a shout out for Walter's workshop? Walter is a much better painter than I am, and will actually show you how to do minis right. So guys, please go follow Walter because he's awesome. Let me see. Oh, ouch. You guys hear that? That was my neck. Ow. Go follow Walter. He's a much better painter than me. He's awesome. And he was very nice to stop by and give some subs to you guys. Thank you, man. Yeah, crunchy. I'm a little stiff, can you tell? And Willis, thank you so much for, Willis Better Games, thank you so much for gifting us up as well. Yeah, it was loud. Yeah, sorry about that. I just, like, turned my neck. I was like, oh, I need to stretch. And then it, like, pop. So where you have chat to criticize your painting, give you tips to improve. Well, Walter wouldn't criticize me. He would just be, like, gentle and be like, oh, what if you tried this? I recommend this and this and that. Yeah, usually chat's pretty chill and they don't really criticize. I'll just like ask questions and it's like, oh no, do this instead of that. I haven't had anyone really come in and be like, your painting sucks. Welcome in, Noodle Kite. Good to see ya. Yeah, sorry guys, you did hear the neck pop was kinda loud. Kinda loud. Gotta get the edges of this bad boy. Hi, Goomba! Welcome in! Welcome in! Can we get a shout out for Goomba, please? Yeah! Good to see you! How was your stream today? What were you guys doing? Okay, I actually need to get you on my calendar. Oh, actually, I'm debating on what I'm gonna do because we're gonna do a 40K followers on YouTube celebration, and I was thinking about having a bunch of Warhammer people come on and hang out with me. So I'll definitely need to get you on the calendar for that. Speed Freaks, Mario Kart World. I love Mario Kart. I don't have Mario Kart World because I don't like Nintendo's TOS. Oh, but I'm so good at Mario Kart. You have no idea. I am so good at Mario Kart. Too bright. I didn't make it. Too bright. I'm so sorry. I didn't make it yet because I'm a busy bee. I know. I'm sorry. Too bright. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I've been a busy bee. I do not run into all the walls. Look at that. My mod's trying to rage bait me. Rage bait me. Okay. Well, man, I need to get on a Mario Kart collab. I need to show other streamers that I am... Man, I feel so, like, paranoid because I'm, like, smack talking how good I am at Mario Kart. So I'm, like, really paranoid that I'm gonna get to the game and that I'm gonna get, like, destroyed. I'm scared. I'm scared. But Goomba, thank you so much for the raid. We're gonna do a collab or something. I'm going to actually get my stuff together this time. We're gonna get it together and we're gonna make something happen. Okay. Thank you for the raid, raiders. My name's Aurelia. We are working on my Leman Russ. It is designed after my custom made by my community Tempris Auxilia Regiment. It is the Leman Russ. So it's coming along quite nicely. I think maybe 2 more streams until we have it done. Maybe Maybe? I've got to paint all of that still, like all the weapons, but currently it's not looking, it doesn't look too shabby. There. Look at that. Looking good. Love the pattern work. Thank you. Thank you. This is my first time doing a camouflage like this. So I appreciate it. I was a bit apprehensive. There you go. So just a couple more things we gotta do. We gotta do some... I gotta do a couple other more layers of black. More black. Oh, after that, though... Let me see what the other side looks like. Sec. How many Knights and Bane Blades are you gonna do? How many do I have? Like, the palace probably has a lot, but how many will I paint? I can't paint the number that we have that's like classified. That one. Yeah, I need more black. I'm gonna put some black up here. Because that's a little too much tan and black there. A little black there. Need to decide on a scheme for my own takes. Can I suggest marble? Or this? And we've got... Yeah, I've got to do some touch-ups with a finer brush. In here. There's that. Ooh, or yeah, or pink desert camo. Yeah, so I gotta do a little bit of touching up here. Gotta make sure my camo follows like the same line. I gotta fix that there. I was like, did what? Did that just happen? Did what I think happened just happened? Ah. Have we had an accident every Leman Russ stream? Because one time I spilled the Tamiya. At least you caught it in time. Yeah, I probably could have moved faster, but I was like so stunned. I was like, did it actually fall in? New painting technique unlocked. It's kind of like doing a wash. It is like slightly darker in shade. Just like slightly. You guys can't see it on the camera. Incredible, incredible. Good job. Good job, Aurelia. Good job. Yeah. Yeah, we'll paint some of these up next time. It's coming along nicely though. It's a lot of like touch-up stuff. It's fine, it's fine. We'll just let it dry. Just let it dry. Oh, I do want to show you guys something really fast. So now that I have hit now that we have hit 40K, I'm going to plan a couple things so they happen in tandem. So for those of you who don't know, I have merch, but wait. It's not done, the painting. I mean, no, we're gonna have more we're gonna do. It's just gonna be on another day. So I gotta do treads, I've gotta do these on the back. I have to do a lot of touch-up, like little fine details that I gotta fix. I talked about putting a skidder on the bottom of this. We'll see about that. But I do have merch. However, things will be going on sale very soon, and I think I'm going to coordinate with Bricky from Orchid 8 to do the sale when we have the 40K celebration. And with the merch sale, you follow your YouTube? Good to see you! Low potato. I like that. I will be also putting up the dice that I have made. For those of you who are new here and don't know, I'm a nerd. And I have learned how to make resin dice. For example, I made this. This is a D20, but I will have a variety of sets. So these are my Warpstone dice sets. Nerd! Yeah, that's me. That's me. So we will also have a dice drop during that time. She is inert. Boo. So I was just going to show you guys the dice because I'm about to ship them off and I will no longer have them in my possession. So we're going to have 3 Warpstone D20 chunks. Yes, these glow in the dark. No, I said a nerd, not inert. I said a nerd. We also have, we're gonna have 4 sets of the Warpstone dice. They come in sets of 5. We have Code Red dice. These have liquid cores in them. I gotta finish painting that. They have liquid cores in them filled with Code Red. If you want to see all like the process for like working on these, you can go on the YouTube channel. There's a channel that's called Dice Making. You can see I've made all of these dice, or most of them, you'll find. We have Zinchian dice, which these dice are really annoying. They are blue on the screen, but from my angle, when I look at it this way, they have purple in them. So these are blue and pink, but they look blue and white on the camera. I swear on my life, they're blue, purple, and pink. Code Red is still my poison, my good sir. Code Red is absolutely my poison of choice as it stands. All right, we got the Zinch dice. We have some proper Orky dice. Do your dice sink in the toilet? I have not tried, but I imagine they would. Nice reference. We have Orky dice. Green and white. There's 2 shades of green here. It's fittingly Zinch to be different based on how we look at it. Honestly, it's kind of perfect, but it annoys me. It annoys me. It's crazy how it does that, but whatever. How much is it to make dice as a commission? It depends. I'm thinking about potentially opening commissions. Potentially. I gotta think about it more. So, think you saw the pink of the corners? Man, I hope so. I hope you did, man. I also have... this is the only set. I have not finished them. I'm almost done. But these have like clouds in them. I'll take better pictures. Orchid 8 will have better pictures. So these have like little clouds inside. Those will be nice. So one of those. And these were just kind of leftovers that I had. They kind of make me think of like they're bright orange, but they're kind of like, they've got some pink in them. They kind of make me think of strawberry lemonade. Yeah, they're very bright. And then there's 2 other things that I made on the side just kind of for fun. I have a smaller D20. It's purple and white. Very fulgrim. Yeah, the dice amounts are very limited. There's like no more than 4 of each kind. So there's not a lot because I made these all by hand. So I made these all by hand, which is like, takes a lot of time. Have you done orange, black, swirl, lava, or orange and yellow swirl flames for dice? Maybe like on my free time I have, but none of these in like the D6s. And then I'm putting 1 set of D&D dice in there, just kind of as like a taster to see if people are interested. These are like, they kind of look like a galaxy. I don't know, I just thought they were cool. So, kind of a galaxy looking set. Orchid 8 is probably going to take better pictures than I can because I don't really take pictures of these. But yeah. So that's what we're gonna have available. But we will do all of that stuff when we do the 40K celebration, which will either be... It's probably not going to be this week. It'll be the following week. That's what I'm thinking. When I say this week, I mean not this upcoming Saturday, but maybe the following one. I got to figure it out. Looks like Dr. Pepper Dice. I kind of see it. I kind of see it. Was I bioengineered by the Imperium to be the perfect woman? Actually, no. No, I wasn't. But I appreciate the compliment. No, and I'm not perfect. Anyone who tells you they're perfect, they're a liar. They're a liar. Usable merch like dice or wound markers is dope. Better than a VTuber shirt that none of us 43 plus year olds will ever wear in public and use. Well, here's what I'll say. If you go to the Orchidade website, I don't have a picture of it like handy. I actually have merch that you would feel comfortable wearing in public. It is not, I do not lean on the VTuber side heavily. Let me actually see if I can pull up a picture. One second, we're gonna switch the screen really fast. Here, I wanna show you guys. Because I worked really hard to make sure people would feel comfortable wearing the merch in any environment. Alrighty. One sec, I'm pulling it up. Hang on, I gotta take a screenshot. One moment. I did not save the pictures of the merch to my computer. Alright. Here you go. This is the shirt, and this is the back of the shirt. Greetings from Argentina. YouTube recommends several of your shorts to me. Welcome in, Darth Colossus. Good to see you. Yeah, see? Look. Any Aurelia merch, or at least the ones on Orchid 8, is this like my current plan. I want to keep them more Warhammer focused rather than VTuber focused. Obviously, that's me. That's me on the front. You can tell because I also have a helmet to match. But I like to keep things tasteful. Let me show you a better example of the art itself, because there's a poster. I love this poster. It's my favorite poster. Actually, hang on. I gotta, oh my gosh. My computer is not thrilled with me. One moment. Ah! I actually have this artwork on my computer somewhere. I parted ways with Shame a long time ago. I'm developing a Catgirl Militarum army. Well, see, I'm happy for you. I'm happy that you wouldn't feel bad about wearing a VTuber shirt in public. But I did want to make it a relatively friendly option for the people who were like, I don't really want to be perceived in that way. There you go. There's the art. One of our resident artists made it, and it's fantastic. Chroma did a great job. So, yeah. So, all that said, there will be a sale very, very soon, in like a week or two, with Orchid 8. We will also be dropping dice. So if you're getting merch, hold off. You know, that doesn't sound very intuitive. Aurelia, don't you want to make money? I do, but I would rather you save money if you were going to get something. Yes, the Tempris Auxilia is what this is. You guys are part of the Tempris Auxilia, and that tank is part of the Tempris Auxilia. You can find out more information on the Discord if you're interested. There's a whole primer and everything. My community put this whole thing together. They did a fantastic job. A wonderful job. I couldn't have done it better myself. It's amazing. So, that all said, thank you guys for 40K on YouTube. That's pretty awesome. And then 10K on Twitch. We will have an appropriate celebration. I have to figure out what that's gonna be. I'm not sure. I'm not sure just yet. So if you have suggestions, I would love to hear it. And thank you guys for the follows. I'm so sorry. I'm really bad about thanking people for follows, so forgive me. Forgive me for that. I'm not very it just I don't think of it right away. So hand ASMR. The art is so good. Thank you, thank you. I was very pleased with how Chroma did the art. It is just, it's pretty awesome. So, let me see. You know what? We'll do a raid tonight. You're good at thanking follows. You'd have done it 10,000 times by now. Yeah, I'm not very good at it. So sorry, I'm so sorry. So here's what we're gonna do. We will go raid Tenma on the Twitch side. So if you're familiar with Face Connect, we're gonna raid Tenma. So give her a lot of love. Yeah, thank you guys for joining me. Tomorrow, we're gonna have another chill stream. I haven't decided exactly what we're gonna do. Maybe we'll paint, maybe we'll look at a couple videos. Still working on that. But thank you guys for joining me. Thank you for hanging out. Thank you for 40K and 10K respectively. And I will catch you all later. As for some of you that are new here, I say something very important. I believe working out is very good for your body, and I think you should not neglect your legs. Don't be built like a triangle. You need to. Don't skip leg day. Okay? It's important that you never, ever skip leg day. Don't be built like a triangle. You know, it's for your own good. All right? I will see you tomorrow.